Hello, let's get started with our fluency. We're going to review our units from yesterday's lesson. Circle which unit we should use to measure the objects. If we're measuring a cat's weight, should we measure it in ounces, pounds, or tons? That's right, pounds. What about if we're measuring a carrot? Should we use ounces, pounds, or tons? That's right, ounces. What about if we're measuring a cruise ship's weight? Should we use ounces, pounds, or tons? That's right, tons. Finally, what about if we are measuring a classroom chair's weight? Should we measure it in ounces, pounds, or tons? Pounds, that's right. Good job. Our objective today is to solve one-step word problems involving weights within 100 and estimate to reason about solutions. Turn to page 35 in your math book and look at problem 1A. We're going to do it together. Problem 1 says, use strip diagrams to model the following problems. Kiko's Irish Terrier weighs 35 pounds and her retriever weighs 43 pounds. A. What is the total weight of Kiko's dogs? Let's go ahead and draw a strip diagram. How many parts do we have? That's right, we have 2 parts. We are looking for our total. So in our total, I'm going to put a question mark. Then I'm going to label that I know the terrier weighs 35 pounds and our retriever weighs 43 pounds. Now we need to add 35 and 43. Let's do that. Remember that when we are adding, we always start to add in our ones place first. So let's look at our ones place. What is 5 plus 3? That's right, 5 plus 3 is 8. Now let's look at our tens place. What is 3 plus 4? 7. Good. Now we can put our answer in our sentence. The 2 dogs weigh 78 pounds. Good. Now we're going to look at B. B asks, how much heavier is the retriever than the Irish Terrier? Are we looking for a total now? No. Good. We want to find the difference. So let's draw a strip diagram. With 2 parts and 1 hole. If we are looking for how much heavier the terrier is than the retriever is than the Irish Terrier, we're going to put the retriever as our total. So our total is going to be 43. One of our parts is going to be the terrier, which is 35, and we are looking for the other part. So we need to do what? Subtract. Good. Let's subtract. Remember, same with addition, when we're subtracting, we always start subtracting in our ones place. So let's look at our ones place. Can we do 3 minus 5? No, right? So we need to unbundle from our tens place. That means we're going to take 1 10 and break it into 10 ones. That would leave us with 3 tens, and then we would have 13 ones. So let's do 13 minus 5 now. What is 13 minus 5? 8. Good. And what is 3 minus 3? 0. Good. So let's put our answer in our sentence. The retriever is 8 pounds heavier than the terrier. Good. Now let's look at question 1C. C asks, Kiko wants a third dog that weighs 19 pounds less than her retriever. How much does the dog she wants weigh? Let's draw a strip diagram. If the other dog is 19 pounds less than her retriever, we know that's going to be one of our parts and that the retriever is going to be our total. So our total is 43. And we want to know how much the third dog weighs. So we are going to have to do what? Subtract. Right. So we have 43 minus 19. Again, where do we start when we subtract? Our ones place. Good. So can we do 3 minus 9? No. So we have to unbundle our tens place. That's going to leave us with 3 tens and 13 ones. So what is 13 minus 9? 4. Good. What is 3 minus 1? 2. Good. The dog she wants weighs 24 pounds. Good. Now that we've done some problems together, you're going to go and work on some problems on your own. The first problem you're going to work is on page 36. I will read you problem number 2, then you're going to work it on your own before I show you your answer. Jared estimates that his houseplant is as heavy as an 8-pound bowling ball. Draw a strip diagram to estimate the weight of 3 houseplants. Great. Now that you have tried on your own, check your work with me. So I'm going to draw a strip diagram. And I know that I am looking for my total in pounds. So I'm going to put, sorry, not a P. I'm going to put LB for pounds. I also know that I have 3 plants. So I'm going to go ahead and break my strip diagram into 3 parts. I also know that each part is 8 pounds. So I'm going to put 8 pounds in each part. What am I doing to find how many pounds all 3 houseplants weigh together? That's right, I can use repeated addition. 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals blank. Or I can use multiplication. 8 times 3 equals blank. So our answer is 24. So 3 plants would weigh 24 pounds. Don't forget your period. Good Good job. Let's try another one. You're going to do problem 3A now. It says, Jane and her 8 friends go apple picking. They share what they pick equally. The total weight of the apples they pick is shown to the right. A. About how many pounds of apples will Jane get? Alright, check your work with me now that you've completed your problem. We know that there are 9 total people picking apples because it is Jane and her 8 friends. And then we can see, based on the scale, that they picked a total of 27 pounds of apples. Let's draw a strip diagram. We're going to split our strip diagram into 9 groups since there are 9 people. And then we know we have a total of 27 pounds of apples. So we are dividing 27 pounds of apples between 9 friends. So let's share equally to find how many pounds each friend gets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That means each friend gets 3 pounds of apples. So Jane gets 3 pounds of apples. All right, let's move on to 3B. 3B says, Jane estimates that a pumpkin weighs about as much as her share of the apples. About how much do 7 pumpkins weigh altogether? Remember to use your answer from 3A to help you solve 3B. All right, now that you've completed your work, check your work with mine. Again, I'm going to draw a strip diagram. I know that 1 of her share of apples weighs 3 pounds. So she thinks that 1 pumpkin weighs about 3 pounds, then 1 group is going to weigh 3 pounds, and we are going to have 7 groups because we want to know how much 7 pumpkins weigh altogether. So I'm going to split my strip diagram into 7 groups, and I'm going to put 3 in each group. And now I am going to look for what my total pounds are for all 7 pumpkins. That means I'm multiplying 7 times 3. Let's go ahead and skip count by 3s to find out what our answer is. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Good. 7 times 3 is 21. That means 7 pumpkins weigh 21 pounds. All right, now you're going to turn to page 37 of your math book and do your exit ticket. Once you have finished your exit ticket, you're going to get on Zearn after you have turned it in. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.